What is up, guys? Ncaa31 here, bringing you NCAA 14 Powerhouse Online Dynasty, Notre Dame, Michigan, in Season 4. This game was played a few weeks ago. Did I say Michigan? I mean Michigan State. Notre Dame, Michigan State. See their rankings. Let's get it done. Season 3 ended in a bitter note for me. As you guys saw in the Rose Bowl, I got shellacked, so trying to bounce back, and this series of videos marks the last ones we'll see for NCAA for a while, as it's going to go on at least a nice, long, extended break. I'm more than likely, as a matter of fact, I can probably guarantee that at some point, especially when college football season draws near, I mean, we're already in spring practice mode, but, you know, once the summer kicks in, and certainly during the season, and I, got to talk about what I'm seeing, and of course I love my spread offense gurus too much, I'm more than likely going to put this thing in back at some point. So it may not be a permanent goodbye, but it'll definitely be a long one, and who knows how long the server's going to be up for, so whatever. But anyhow, how do you guys feel about spring football? For me, when I look at the college football off season, I basically hope for a couple of things. One, no one get arrested. No one flunk at us. No one get arrested for number one. Number two, no one gets injured or gets kicked out of school. Number three, or gets kicked off a team. Number four. And it's always going to happen because you're dealing with kids, and kids are going to do knuckle-headed things and get themselves in trouble, get themselves pepper sprayed or hog-tied by the police, cheat on exams, this, that, and the other. College kids doing college kid things. We've seen Darrell Green Beckham kicked out of Missouri, Chad Kelly dismissed from Clemson. You're going to have your national transfers. One of Texas A&M's quarterbacks transferred. So it's just a war of attrition. That's why you just stockpile bodies in recruiting. You just never know with these guys who's going to pan out, who's going to bust, who's going to transfer, who's going to get hurt. So you just get as many blue chip hauls as you can possibly get and pray that everything works out. But when it comes to the spring football season, again, I just care about guys just making it out of there in one piece. I'm not concerned about how players look, especially the quarterbacks. Well, I shouldn't say the quarterbacks, because it's hard to look bad in spring football because the quarterback can't get hit. So if he looks great, whoop-de-damn-do. What quarterback wouldn't look great if he knows he's not going to be able to get hit? If he looks terrible in those situations, then you got a problem. Then you got to worry a little bit. But otherwise, just get out of spring practice in one piece. So there's that. But back to this game here. I'm running the Ohio State spread playbook. I'm not running the Notre Dame playbook in this season, mainly because, one, I wanted to try something different, so I went with one of my favorite spread offense guys, Urban Meyer, and decided to take his playbook out for a spin and see how it is in this game. And it's not too bad. It's got enough of a passing game that I can function with, and it's pretty close to what Ohio State runs. They don't have a lot of QB keepers. Braxton Miller is basically a glorified single-wing quarterback, but it's got enough. It's got the dive and the counter and powers and the inverted ver, lots of jet sweep motion, and slot wide receiver and wide receiver motion, a la from the Percy Harvin days. And Greg Bryant can do what he's doing here, running downhill. I also have Torian Folston still, who's very elusive. And Malik Zaire is the quarterback. Malik thinks he's going to start over Everett. I don't see that happening. But, Malik is a confident kid. That's fine. That's good. You want competitors on your team. I still have Chris Robinson. And defensively, I'm all right. Don't have much of a pass rush. But I'm okay. I'm controlling my redshirt freshman middle linebacker, and I still have Jalen Smith and Cole Luke. Jalen Smith is a monster. And there's a great throw by Mr. Zaire to my sophomore wide receiver. And Another great throw. So I feel pretty good about my team, very solid, and I feel like I have a good chance. But right now I'm trying to punch this sucker in. And would you believe that is not a touchdown? So I have to settle for the field goal. And this is a fun guy to play because he's one of the few guys who I play that run a pro-style offense. Spread, spread, spread. We all love the spread. But he runs a pro-style offense. He runs it pretty well. Runs a little four verts there, and my guy carried that slot receiver just far enough to break that up. And here I run a little bit of a zone blitz. Still playing the 3-3-5 stack, and does a good job. I was kind of asking my defensive tackle to do a lot there as far as covering in space for a little bit too long. But he's moving the ball on me pretty well. I just cannot generate pressure with this team at all. I haven't had a pass rush since I had Lewis Nix, Sheldon Day, and Stephon Tuitt. I'm sure that has quite a bit to do with it. And there's Folston being elusive. He's really hard to tackle, except there when he gets blown up. So, yeah, I like this playbook. I really do. I feel like it's not, 100% perfect as far as what Ohio State does. Especially given, how Urban has tweaked the offense to compensate for his lack of trust in Braxton Miller throwing the ball. And that's going to be interesting to see, because is it me, or does it seem like he trusts or used to trust Guyton more? Because every time Ohio State had to play Guyton because Miller was hurt, they were throwing the ball all over the place. But he just does not let Braxton Miller open up the offense through the air. I mean, last year it was basically a wildcat offense with Carlos Hyde pounding away as well. And there, that's going to ice the game as our passing slider is set at 5, rears its ugly head, and he throws the ball right to me. So, there you go. Hope you guys enjoy. Talk to y'all later. Peace.